Hey folks, welcome back to Caves of Qud. Yeah, so let's try this again. I streamed some of this yesterday, but it was all a complete disaster. I did horribly, first of all. I never made it out of Red Rock for some reason, because, I don't know, did not have my head in the game, I think. And also, the archive recording messed up. So I don't have an archive of that stream, and it's all terrible. So I'm going to try this again now. Good thing is not much was lost, because the stream was kind of not great, so whatever. Let's start a new game, and let's try this again. So, recently the big overhaul of physical mutations came out. So, a lot of stuff has changed in the mutated human thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to play that, and we're going to try and, you know, just mess around with some of this stuff. Hopefully this time with a little more success. I need to be a little bit more careful, you know, do like sort of the things that you need to do, which is stuff like, hey, if there is a, let me see, okay, I think, yeah, I'm gonna do this, let's do 16 here and 14 here, like so. Like so. Let's see, maybe this is gonna work, maybe it isn't. Physical mutations. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to try a thing that I tried last time again. We're gonna do the carapace. Could do horns. Horns would be fun. We're gonna have a physical defect, and I'm going to have nerve poppy, which I think previously was called analgesia. They've changed that for some reason. Okay, so we have the carapace, we have the freezing ray. What else did I do? I think I did regeneration, right? Because you can... yeah. They've made regeneration kind of good now. So let's do that. Freezing ray, carapace, night vision. Just night vision as a additional thing that we can take for funsies. And let's be the marauder again. Let's hack things to pieces with axes. That's gonna be fun. Starting location, Jopper. What is my name? I don't know. That's disgusting. Whatever. So yeah. They've changed kind of some fundamental things about how the physical mutations work. So apparently after... oops. Okay, you have a question for me. PJ Video Games, you have a question for me. Shoot. Shoot away. Traveling tile by tile versus fast traveling. I mean, you can find stuff, you know? Depends on where you're going, essentially. In things like, for example, let's go to the map. So, across sort of the salt marshes and the desert canyons, it depends on where you are in the game and what your aim is. Usually, sort of in the early game, in the very early game, I tend to travel. I don't do fast traveling over the map most of the time, at least until I am kind of in the mid-game, until I arrive here. Later on, there's not much reason to just roam through the desert canyons by yourself, most of the time, for example. There's stuff like in the jungle. In the jungle, I like to go, at least in the mid-game, in the jungle, I like to go... I'd like to not fast travel, because sometimes you can get unlucky if you get lost and it drops you into something bad. Whoop, Jesus Christ, that was not good, sorry about that. Do not gesticulate so much when you have like things next to you. So in the jungle, you can be unlucky and be dropped in a boss group or stuff like that when you get lost. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Also, like the... I don't like to fast travel across the river. Yes, indeed. The dreaded desktop cereal bowl, indeed. I don't like to fast travel across the river tiles, because if you get lost on a river tile, it might drop you in the midst of, like, a swarm of madpoles, and that can get horrible in a lot of ways. You know, there's stuff like that. It just really depends. It really depends. But once I get like strong enough that the jungle is no problem anymore, I tend to fast travel across the jungle as well. Like by the time it comes time for me to go to like the banana groves and the spindle over here, or like, you know, once these things become important, I tend to not go on foot anymore. I tend to fast travel. Also, like, but at the start, when you're in the jungle, it makes sense to kill the things in the jungle and stuff. You know, like that gets you comfortably to level 20 and even beyond that. So yeah, it really just depends on what you're up to. Okay, but for now we need to get started. Let's get ourselves a vine wafer. Let's get the quests. Buddy, give me your quest. What's eating the water vine? I don't know what's eating the water vine. Actually, I do know what's eating the water vine, but we still need to find out. Because we find ourselves in a Groundhog Day situation induced by acute rogueliking. Alright. So, we have a wide-brimmed hat. We're going to put that on for the time being, just because we don't have anything better. Once we find a leather cap, we're going to put that on, because I am again going to prioritize armor value. Maybe it actually kind of makes sense at the start to not skimp on dodge value too much. However, since we already have the carapace... Yeah. Let's see. I've never gotten particularly far. I like playing a tile by tile most of the time, if it actually had any benefit. Yeah, it does have. It really depends on where you are in the game, honestly. You know? Like, also, obviously, if you go tile by tile, you might actually... You know, you might actually run into some bad stuff. That can always happen in this game. But it can also happen when you do overland travel and you get lost and you just get dropped down into something terrible. You know, like... It really depends, is always the answer. Hello, Rajak. Until devs add a quest randomizer, suddenly you ate the water vine. Yes, and somebody in Joppa gets the quest to hunt me down. Let's trade. Let's see what you have. Do you have anything interesting? No, you absolutely do not. Oh well, you do have an advanced toolkit. That's kind of neat, but way too, like, we're not going to get it. It's way too expensive. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get the lead slugs. I'm going to sell the torches. I'm not going to go for the glow sphere just yet, because we don't really need it, honestly. Because I do have the night vision thing. The glow sphere is better than the physical... I don't actually know whether this has changed. Like what the range of the physical night vision mutation is. But generally the glow sphere is better, or was better than the night vision mutation. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So let me just quickly get all the quests. Here we go. Kavar. Let's see where Kavar is. What the game can do. Wouldn't be that surprised, just mildly happy. Yep. Kavar is way to the south. Kavar is down here. Oopsie daisy, down here. Moscow is getting picked up? Yes, it is. That's cool. Let's go back down. Let's go back here. And let's go down here. So the thing that we need to do, especially now that we're playing this build, which went spectacularly wrong yesterday. Once we find ourselves confronted with anything that we cannot handle, we need to be out of here immediately. Also, one thing that I'm going to do now is for mutation increases, I think we're going to start with the freezing ray and then do the carapace. I think at the start it is probably better if things just cannot get to us anyways. Okay, we've got the snapjaws here. Okay, we're just bloody, we're not murdered. Oh yeah, now we're almost about to be murdered. I could tighten the carapace, but let's sprint away a little bit. And you got killed, yeah. The warden did it for us, it's fine. Iron mace, one Banus. One Banus is gonna go on the back. Okay. And what's the... Let me just quickly check what the zap... Okay, it's still 20. Even though we are at 16 willpower, huh? You know, we're gonna see about how this is gonna all work out. I've never really looked into how the willpower math works. I need to actually do that if I want to get better at this, I suppose. Alright. Now, not having completely bad willpower might actually be kind of a good idea. So, that's usually kind of my dump stat, but you know, to be a little more well-rounded is probably not bad. So, yeah. We're gonna see about that. Alright, let's start this. Kill some snapjaws. One Banus and a staff, sure. Just want a leather cap. Have we leveled up already? Also, I did not get the Archive quest, but haven't found a trinket yet anyways. So, it's fine. Also, we have not leveled up. It's 100, it's 220 XP. Right. Don't get it that fast. We have an iron battle axe, that is good. We might actually use the wooden butler. Should we go for shields, by the way? I think it actually makes more sense, if we do axes and shields, it makes more sense to start as a... I think we're not going to go for shields, but if you do axes and shields, it still makes more sense to start with the buddy. With the Praetorian character archetype. Oh, did a little bit of dismembering here. That's always fun. Level 2. Rename the Iron Battle Axe. Okay. And based on... Let's see what happens if we... The Hatchet of the Icy Wanderer. Ooh. Icy Wanderer. I think we need to go with a blue thing here. So now we have a fancy Hatchet of the Icy Wanderer. The problem is that this is just a, you know, this is just a basic iron battle axe, so, but still, you know, that's cool. I like that. I like when that stuff happens. Okay. And we are obviously the Icy Wanderer. Okay, so we're gonna increase freeze ray. And also, oops, let's go back up. Okay, the warlord is after us. Let's do a little bit of freezing. Zip. We are injured. Okay. Leather armor, can't do anything with that. Oh, we do have that carapace, and that carapace is gonna become pretty good after a while. Thing is, it's after a while. But you know, to start out with a 3 AC piece of armor is not bad, actually. It's actually pretty good. Things were still super frail. It's kind of a thing when you are playing a mutated human, you know? Like your stats are just not as good as if you do Trukin. Need to be careful about these folks. You know, they can do a little bit of damage. Are you badly wounded? Yes, indeed. That's kind of the thing at the start. Like these snapjaws are not necessarily tough, but things can go sideways really quickly if you have just like, I don't know how much health we have, like 20 or something like that. You know, if you get like a few bad hits by a normal snapjaw, that can be kind of it already. We also need to be careful about stuff like the slug snouts, for example. Okay, first dagger. I'm just going to collect this. Let's collect the short bow as well. Just for selling it, essentially. Beat a bracelet, awesome. And a water skin is also good. Why are you attacking me? For some reason the bat did not like me. I think that was just on account of it being kind of angry, kind of looking for trouble. Wooden arrow and a cloth robe. Generally into cloth robes. Just, you know, just not. I don't know what it's early in the morning. I'm just rambling, just babbling nonsense. Okay, there goes that. There goes that, and we're level 3. We're going to go for strength, and we're going to invest in carapace to get that AV up. So now we have an AV of 5, and also, oh yeah, right, I have less intelligence, so we cannot get cleave yet. How many times have you beaten this game? And how long does a typical beating take? I've had a lot of really good runs where I got into the end game and then died to something stupid. I have not beaten the Tomb of the Eaters yet. The last time I got to the Tomb of the Eaters, the game just bugged out on me. That was still when all that stuff was in beta. In like the beta branch, and very early when that was just implemented was the last time I got there. I was like had like a level 35 character, stuff like that. That was about 20 hours of a run, of one run, and in the Tomb of the Eaters the game just went haywire on me, and it all went bad. So, like in terms of bugs and stuff, and I couldn't continue actually. Because my build did not work anymore, but that was to be expected. That was just like, I opted into the beta branch, and it was just implemented. Early in the morning, couldn't tell it all from my hair. Hey! Nothing wrong with my hair. Okay, we still have not found the stairs down yet. Oh, it's in the one place that we haven't been. Okay. To beat a bracelet. Murder some fools. And here we go. Zap. Painted studded leather. Unionoka Battle's Boon. Interesting. Okay, so we know about an artifact, we don't know where it is. We actually know nothing about it, so, well. But we know that it exists. Okay. Also, hey, Splidget Moose. I suppose your hair is immaculate right now. Sturdy iron battle axe. What am I using? That's just a normal iron battle axe, right? That doesn't matter. I'm going to stick with my cool hatchet for now. Just because. Doesn't matter really at this point. Whether it is sturdy or not. It's gonna get replaced as soon as we can. Okay, another beaded bracelet. Hey, 3 beaded bracelets in 1 red rock run. That's pretty decent. That's a pretty decent... Okay. We're gonna keep destroying the dreadroots. Soon we will be able to play 10 armed snake-legged giants covered in eyes. Yes, that has been my dream since time began. More painted stuff. Okay. Again, the reason why I'm destroying the dreadroots is because I want to harvest the dreadroot tubers. So the dreadroots that are colored in, where the tile on the map is colored in, those are the ones that you can harvest with the harvest skill. So I'm going to leave those standing. Oh, there's a bunch of thingies in here. Cool. A bunch of injectors. Those are the ones that you can harvest with the harvestry skill. I'm going to leave them standing so I can harvest them once I get the harvestry skill. The ones that are black, like these, we're just going to destroy, because if we destroy them, there's a chance of them also dropping the dreadroot tubers. And the reason we want the dreadroot tubers is that they are a necessary ingredient when you want to craft salve injectors. And if we actually, by chance, find the data disk for salve injectors, we actually want to be able to craft them, because salve injectors are really good. Jewel encrusted club. Wow, that cannibal was just on some bling. Oh, there's a lot of cannibals here. Zip. Okay, we're gonna increase the freezing ray again. Gonna try to get as many points into that as possible. Now I'm actually kind of excited because stuff is going to happen to these mutations at level 5 if I got that correctly yesterday. So there's probably going to be some fun things that are going to happen with that. Let's get cleave. Let's just get our basic axe skills going. And we have 72. That's not enough for cooking and gathering, obviously. Not enough for tinkering. So we're gonna, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's rest up. The cooldown of 20 for the freeze ray is actually fine. Let's make a fire. Let's make some food. What did we do it? A betrothed glowpad leaf. Very interesting. A sprinkle of cordial witchwood and a smidgen of roaming brine. Roaming brine. That seems to be a fermentation process for the ages. Just put that in the pot and give it a good stir. But be careful, it might jump out of it again. Hello, Moru. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. And I'm very into playing Caves of Qud right now. Took a bit of a break from this game until yesterday. Hadn't played it in a few months, actually. Which was good. I kind of needed that. And now I am very into playing this again. I was also, you know... Ooh, crap. Okay. You know, I was kind of IRL busy. Did we pick up the shotgun? Yes, we did. Examine. I broke the shotgun. Whatever. It's gonna go to Archive then. Whoops, I did not actually want to plan to attack this guy. But you know. Okay. What was that? Bloodstained neck ring. Okay, fine. I'll take that. Steel battle axe. Indeed. So that's the hatchet. Done for. I can also remove this torch. And put our hatchet in our offhand. So this is a harvester. Ooh. Steel vine reaper. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry hatchet, but I'm gonna do it like this. I don't know if I'm actually going to go for dual wield. We're gonna see. Since I'm not going with super high intelligence, the amount of skill points that this takes, maybe later in the game. Maybe at a later point, we're gonna go for dual wielding. And snapjaw corpse, no. Cannibals usually just carry clubs that they use to clobber. Your genome enters an excited state. Choose a physical mutation to rapidly advance. Indeed. At level 5, yeah, right. What should we rapidly advance? Can we just go full on freezing ray? Let's go full on freezing ray. Yeah. We are at rank. Yeah, it's capped at 3 right now. Right, it makes sense, yeah. Should probably gone for something else. But that's still cool. So we can actually focus on the other ones for the time being. Huh. Hello, Gneden. You've been working your way through my Qud playlist on YouTube. 60% through. Jeez Louise. Yeah, folks keep telling me that they do that, and that is awesome. Oh. Okay, let's see whether we can do this. Yes, freezing ray is pretty good against the slug snouts. Okay, but, you know, like especially the early parts of that playlist are severely out of date to where the game is at now. But, cool. I am happy that you're enjoying it. Also, like, that's a lot of content. That's a lot of Caves of Qud to watch. So, but, you know, I'm very happy that you deem it worth your time. Engraved willowy beaded bracelet. Wow. That's one beady bracelet. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Alright. Things are working out a little bit better than the disaster that was yesterday, so that's good. Rapidly advanced one time. So what happens when you rapidly advance when they... Yeah, I'm not quite sure how this works yet, but the excited genome thing will enable us to advance beyond 10, right? So we're gonna put Borskin gloves above, atop the icy vapor now, because we can do that. That's a thing you can do now. Chainmail, Let's just keep collecting the daggers. Yeah, I don't actually know. I need to... I think there are ways to calculate durations of playlists. I don't even know how many days of videos the Caves of Qud playlist is at this point. It's probably a lot. Okay. Scaled studded leather, no. Level 6, yeah folks. kind of getting their freezing rays on 4 now. That's good. So we're going to put this point into regeneration. Give us higher natural healing rate. We grow a missing limb each round. Yeah, and the freezing goes... Yep. Oh, that's all good. Like the 30%, like even at this point, the chance of regrowing a missing limb every round is really good. Like losing appendages is just kind of a hassle otherwise. Quote me on that. Man, losing appendages is just such a hassle, you know. And that just kind of takes the sting off of that. Are we hungry? No. And also, like, apparently, as I've been told, yeah, we can actually get Charging Strike. That's good. Let's get Charging Strike. I need to actually use my charge more. Do I have it on 3? Yes, indeed. Okay. Also, wait. What am I doing? We can actually go further down here. Huh. Yeah. We're probably going to do some... once we get done with Red Rock and the Rust Wells, we're probably going to do some proper underground stuff. I don't know. I feel like it. I just feel like it. Oh shit. The beetle bum is angry at me for some reason. Not a fan of that. Do you think it's possible to make a high armor character? Yeah, I tend to actually do that. I tend to go for armor instead of dodge value. Dodge value is always... Maybe that has changed a little at this point. I feel like having good dodge value is good in the early game. But in the late game you run into problems where dodge value does not actually reduce the damage that you take if you get hit. And the laws of RNG kind of dictate that you're gonna get hit at some point. And late game stuff hits hard, you know? So when I'm playing high dodge value characters, it usually means that at some point I just get one shot by something terrible. So let's charge that thing and kill it. Yeah, that works well. And whenever I've played, like when I started out playing the game, I usually went for dodge value. And that generally meant... That's always what happened at some point. That like just something charged at me and I just got killed with one... Oops, I don't need the giant centipede corpse. I just got like one shot. I just got killed in one hit. When you have super high dodge value, it's not extremely likely that that happens, but even with armor, there's stuff that can get around armor, you know? Like if you... That's why for example, the rocket turrets are so dangerous. Because rocket turrets, like explosions, they don't go... They ignore armor, and that's a bit of a problem. A nib of crowned ash, and one's glowpad leaf, a nib of brinestalk, and a gunsmith's feet. Interesting. I wonder where you found that, buddy. I wonder where you found that. But yeah. For that reason, at some point I just went over to mostly going for armor value at this point. That can make the early game a little tough though, because it takes a bit until AV is actually enough to actually protect you from stuff, you know? But yeah. So especially for the early game, it makes sense to not like go super all in on... To not go super all in on AV at the expense of all dodge value. Because, yeah. I think that's actually what makes the carapace kind of tricky in the early game. Okay, let's get... Because you do get the minus on dodge value, and that makes it... You know, they've kind of reduced that. It's only 2 now, but still... Okay, we need to get some cooking and gathering. We're gonna get... we're gonna get harvest tree and jopper. That's probably gonna work. We're just going to go for some basic stuff now. Let's get basic tinkering as well. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I do AV most of the time. I always end up at AV. You know? And the cool thing about the later game stuff is once you get to the higher tier armor, for example, the, you know? Like once you get past the fullerite, once you are in sort of the crysteel area. Crysteel and the other one. What's it? Polished crysteel, folded crysteel, something like that. Once you get into that area, like the dodge value minus goes down a lot. So I think the highest tier, the Zetachrome, I don't know if it even has a DV minus anymore. I'm not sure, but if it has, it's a very small one. So at that point, you're probably gonna roll with a decent bit of DV as well. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's explore the rest stuff. Hello, Crassitator! Am I having better runs today? Yes. Crassitator was holding out in the chat yesterday while I was in a bad spot. So, first of all, thank you for that. And thank you for all your input. That was extremely valuable. And that enabled me to start out on a better foot today. So this is my first run today. And it's already going better. So yeah. Crassitator, MVP of my horrible stream yesterday. Okay. So yeah, welcome back. Always a pleasure to see you in my chat. Okay, Oh yeah, I did not get harvest tree yet. No worm skull. Yeah, we're gonna equip that one. Yeah, the game is always hard to come back to. Yeah, it is, but it's also like it's very much sort of a form of the day thing for me. Weirdly enough, for me, it's a game that I can play better early in the morning. I don't know. And sometimes I just have a bad day with it and it just doesn't work out at all, you know? Okay, there's the fun corpse. So we're gonna pick that up. And there's a lot of centipedes here. There might be a nest somewhere. Nope. Do this at least a little strategically. Zap. There we go. Alright. But yeah, my time off probably also has not helped my performance. Pretty surely. Okay. Zap. And zap. The freezing ray is kind of getting there. Alright, minor cell, we're gonna pick it up, we're not gonna use it though. Let's pick up this. The sheaf of parchment is illuminated this time. It will still not really sell for anything, but you know. Level 8, here we go, mutation point. Yeah, just gonna go for carapace for now. Freezing ray is also at 5. Yeah. Right. Good. Folks, we're kind of in business. We're kind of in business. Yeah, the genome thing at these 5-level intervals, that's really cool. That makes physical mutations a lot more fun. I'm into that. You know, it kind of really needed something to sort of offset the thing with the, you know, like mental mutations always have sort of the ego bonus stuff, right? And physical mutations really did not have anything to offset that. And now that they have, that's pretty good. It makes it a lot more viable. So yeah, I'm a fan of that. Good changes. Good changes. Okay, still be careful. Let's not get lazy here. It helps maintaining several mutations at the same time, yeah. So before that, with physical mutations, you could maintain 2 mutations, right? And now you can do some more stuff with it. Okay. Alright. Nowhere else to explore, that is fine. How many tubers do we have at this point? We have a bunch of stuff. That's a negative weight, that's a shotgun, shade oil, salve, and love injector. Cool. Alright. We're getting pretty close to actual red rock. Alright. Yeah. At this point we're doing quite decently. I'm pleased with that. Okay, but let's not let's be careful about what we wish for. Let's do bear jerky and vine wafer. Does it not tell us anymore how much we have? Or do we only have... That's kind of weird that it does not tell us how many servings we have of each. That's a strange change. Well, such it is, I guess. It was kind of useful to know how much you have of everything from the cooking screen. Okay. Oops, my health has dropped. Oops, no, I'm actually wounded. Okay, beat a bracelet. I don't need... ah, whatever. Don't need the bronze battle axe. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay. Lioness crab shell. Now that's a shield probably, right? Yeah, that's a shield. We don't have any shield skills though. You know what? We're gonna keep that around for the time being. We're not carrying that much anyways. Okay. Yeah, just kind of tearing through these things now. That's good. And always rest until healed before we move on. That's just very important to keep in mind so that we don't run into anything terrible. Okay, we're gonna go all in on strength again. Cannot do anything about this, no. So that's gonna go into regeneration again. Definitely want to get regeneration at least at 5. UI doesn't decrease the health bar when you have that physical defect. Yeah, but it makes sense, you know? It's actually... it was a kind of a fun thing to get around that, but it's... I feel like this is how it's supposed to be. So... I don't begrudge that change. There's a slumberling down there, but we're gonna leave the slumberling the hell alone. Because... I don't think we're in the business of fighting slumberlings yet. Not at this point. Not at this point in the game. We're not even level 10. Okay, we're gonna get decapitate. Oh. Decapitation. Okay. Let's go north. I think we should be pretty close. I think this is it. I think this is it. Isn't it? Isn't it? Is this not it yet? No, one more, I guess. Yeah, probably one more. Alright. Okay. You did not think about the bar? Let me tell you, I'm thinking about the bar every time. Every damn moment of my life. Think about going to a bar. Salty, slimy human corpse. We can clean it, but let's not. Slimy crocossins. Do we have anything on our feet even? No. We're just rocking the bare feet. Zip. Very good. Very good. Oh dear, what's going on here? I think that's just a campfire. Oh, it's just some campfire shenanigans over there. I think we got a lot of copper nuggets at this point. That's good. We are pretty low ego, so these trade goods are pretty decent. On a scale of 1 to 27, you would probably give me a 13. Uh-huh. Good that we as humans are very good at, you know, mentally dealing with these kinds of proportional number things. Or rather not. Okay, hey critter. Get crittered. Here we go. Let's pick it up. Alright. Hey buddy. What if you just dropped. And they did. Very nice of them. Ooh yeah, give me those tubers. Give me all those tubers. Okay, I mean, no skill points. Went all into decapitate, so we cannot harvest yet. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe we'll return here at some point to just harvest the rest of the dread roots, but I don't know. If I have nothing better to do, I will do that. You know, maybe if we do manage to get the self-injector data disk. Thing is, I'm only at I'm like Tinker 1 is 19 intelligence. It will take a while until we can even get tinkering, so. But still, let's collect the tubers and have fun with it. Hey, engraved ring mail. Did not want to pick it up actually, but let's take a look. Tishan, oh, that's a location. Nice. So we know of 2 locations now. 2 historical sites. That is very good. Alright. Gershling is dead. Let's do the rest of this. And we're probably just going to take the underground path back, because at this point I'm not all that interested in hacking my way through Red Rock, so yeah. Oh, there's a steel longsword. Nah, you don't need that. Stay green in the new UI on purpose. Seeing it green and thinking you're fine, then then you're playing a run with Nerf Poppy. Holy shit! Wow! Thanks for the sub. 6 months? That's crazy. Yeah. Gniden? Niden? Here I am. You sub to my channel and I am butchering your name. I'm extremely sorry about that, but yeah, thank you so much. That is extremely generous of you. Wow. I'm still not used to, I don't know, how could I, to people actually doing that, so, yeah, thank you so much. Six months, jeez. So, I feel like now I need to do a thing, you know? Maybe you can request a build that I'm gonna play or something like that. How about that? If you want to request something that I should do, please go ahead and do that. All right, cool. All right, okay, so let's give this guy his artifacts. Like this one. That was a shotgun, a broken shotgun. Give artifact a love injector. You swell with inspiration to name your boreskin gloves. They are fantastic, awesome, brilliant. Based on their qualities, mutant mucus glove. Yeah, we need to get them to dark green. That feels appropriate. Delish. Okay. I should have called them. So I should have given them. My brain totally did not compute. I should have called them Gneden's gloves, honestly. That was just a missed opportunity right there. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna find. Miner's helmet. We can actually sell the miner's helmet. There's no need to keep that around, honestly. It's not better than the mutation, so... Let's get rid of all of this. Oh yeah, the hatchet is worth a bit more now. We're gonna get rid of it. We have a cybernetics credit wedge. Let's sell this, let's sell this. Let us sell this. Oh yeah, we have 9 copper nuggets. Oh yeah, and that is worth a lot. The engraved willowy. Yeah, having multiple prefixes on a beta bracelet. That's usually pretty neat. Nothing else has reset here, so that's okay. We're just gonna have a bit more water. You know, I like to have at least 100 drams. So, now the next thing that we're gonna do for now is we're going to do the Archive quest just to get that Jopper recoiler. And once we have that Jopper recoiler, we're probably going to go just down into the underground and have a bit of fun in that. And once we're done with that, we're probably going to go to the historic site. Let's not go into the historic site too early this time. Let's get the wire strand, there we go. And let us find the stairs down. Freezing ray is going to be pretty helpful in... oh, that's a shotgun. Against the Quds, because I am not interested in having all of my crap rusted. But if, you know, except if the thing goes badly. Also, I do wonder, once we get the... At 12, we're gonna get 18 willpower, right? And our first bonus on that stat. I wonder if this will then actually change something. It will probably, again, I should look up the math of willpower at some point. But maybe that actually will reduce our cooldown a little. That would be fun. But I actually got quite used to the... So what do we have? That's the pump shotgun. And that's the flaming bronze longsword. Okay, we're going to take the cell out. And we're going to drop that. What is that cell? It's a metered solar cell with 71. Okay, I mean that's cool. Okay, there's the stairs down, but we don't have the wire strand yet. I did not actually check. No, that's not the right one. We need to still explore a little to find the good one, the proper one. Okay. All right. Cool. Man. I'm just, yeah. I'm still really elated about that subscription. That was so nice. Ooh, I'm famished. Yeah, right. You know, I already have a camp nearby. That's just not something that, since I'm just doing this kind of as a little thing on the side, it's just not something that I'm used to, and it's awesome. There's an 8% chance you don't thirst for the next map. Oh, well. Okay, that's not the best buff. Alright. Okay, let's not do the thing that I said I'll do. with the kudzus and get hit. Okay, that is the copper wire. That's the second one. Let's get the third one. Okay, spark tick indeed. Yeah. Oh, that worked. Okay. Let's rest up. Oops, there's another spark tick. Freeze that thing. Alright. Let me see. Let me see. We still have the Gershling corpse. I did not actually finish the quest, didn't I? I'm such a dumbass. Okay. Yeah. Once we get back, we can finish everything. It's fine. It doesn't actually matter. Okay. There's a lot of wire, but not the right one. Oops, is that a... Why does the shale look so weird? Alright, that is the third wire strand. Did we find the stairs down already? Yes, we did. Awesome, so we don't actually need to explore this level. Always good, because the rust wells are not terribly interesting. Oh, okay, oops. Level 10, here we go. Alright, mutation point. Well, we're gonna put that on. We cannot do this, but we can do this. So it doesn't do it at 10. Okay. I mean, yeah. I need to actually... You know, let's just roll with it. We should actually see how this works. Come on. Don't get murdered by a Killipede. Good. No, I don't bother to pick up the 3-inch. You know, you need 200, so it doesn't actually matter. You only need the... Oh, no, it's not 3-inch, it's 3 feet, right? Someone corrected me on that at some point. Because, you know, like, 200 inches of wire would not actually be that much. There's not really any reason to. I just pick up 4 of the 50 feet strands, and then I'm that's kind of enough. I mean, I don't know. I've never actually tried selling them. Do they get you some money? Oh, there's a glow sphere. That's neat. Okay. Alright. Well, that's it for that. You know, the thing about this quest is every floor of the Rust Wells has one guaranteed... just one. There's on every floor there's going to be one 50 feet wire strand. And, you know, that's predictable. There's always going to be one of them. So you just need to find the one on each floor, and then you're done. I don't bother to pick up the other ones. Take the wire. Let's get the Jopper Recoiler. Here we go. So, let's get the quest for Gritgate. Now we can go to Gritgate. That's good. Now, buddy, tell me about the Gershlings. Get all the stuff. Our Jopper reputation increased, and that means we're going to do the water ritual. The Farmers Guild went down. Daughters of Exile again. Well, that's fine. It's not that bad. I want to learn Harvestry. Awesome. Now we can harvest plants. That is good. Not really worth anything I go back and see a small wire strand left over. Yeah, there's one useful strand per floor, and you can tell by the color. The 50-foot one is a brighter red than the other ones. And yeah, the Rustwell thing is always just sort of a let's get this over with real quick, because you're already kind of over leveled for it if you do the red rock stuff. Let me see who likes you and who doesn't like you. Hated by the villagers of Dersham. Okay, sure, we can do the water ritual here just to get that up a little. And let's share some secrets. And we can actually learn Apple Mats, but Apple Mats is not good, so we don't need to. Give me some secrets. Okay. The settlement, that's fine. Okay. What is this weird artifact? Oh, that's a fix-it spray foam. That makes sense. Okay. Has your inventory reset yet? Has it? Yes, it has. Carbide hammer is not really what I'm looking for. Borderlands revolver is kind of neat. You still have the advanced toolkit. But other than that, not really anything that strikes my fancy. So, still gonna get rid of some stuff here. We have 9 dreadroot tubers, and we're gonna make a little stash now. Gonna make a little stash over here in Joppa with scrap and the dreadroots and all this kind of stuff. All the stuff that we don't really need for the time being. Okay, offer. Alright. And I usually just use this house here, where a guy is sleeping now. I usually just use this to make the stash. There's not much sense in lugging around scrap, for example. And it's going to be a while until we can take it apart or even do anything with tinkering, so yeah. Let's do the dreadroot tubers. And now I need to take a really quick break because I need to go to the restroom and get myself some more water to drink and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes. Alright. Where's my thing? Here. There it is. Okay. Alright. Get back into the game. Now it would be nice if it showed up. Yes, indeed. There it is. We got the Joppa recoiler. We got... dropped off our stuff. We don't need those kudzu stems for now. Can also drop them. That's just dead weight. Witchwood bark. Yeah, right. I forgot that you have some witchwood bark now. You have a luminous horseshoe. Air pass. Defined and through you. And though you, not through you. Okay. That's cool. Oh, we might buy some yuckweed at some point as well. That's not bad to have. Okay. So, now that we are back in business, as the kids say, we're gonna go down again. Should I get disassemble? Probably not. Or maybe... You know what? It probably makes more sense to... Yeah, we're gonna get cooking and gathering up. We're gonna fill out that stuff, and then we're gonna continue. Okay, we're gonna go down as far as we can, and then we're just going to roam the underground a little bit. We have a Joppa recoiler, and we have 2 cells for the Joppa recoiler. So, yeah. That means we can just run around. We don't need to worry about making a map or anything. And then we can just, you know, see if we can find anything. We should be careful not to go too deep, probably. But yeah. And then... Yeah, we're just going to do that for a little bit. And then we're just going to recoil back to Joppa and be on our way. And then maybe we're going to do the historic sites and stuff like that. I just found that doing this a little bit after doing the Rust Wells has always been, not always, but has mostly been pretty useful. You know, you can actually, once you get a little bit deeper, you can find some cool stuff, and it's always kind of fun. Like, you have more interesting encounters down here than you have in the overworld. Alright. Okay, let's go to the next map. And a better chance of, you know, finding good items, because sometimes you get sort of the corpse with stuff on it down here. And that kind of helps. Hey, Trash Monk. Sorry about this, but yeah, let's see. Steel Battle Axe. Yeah, not really anything interesting, but that's fine. Keep exploring this. I don't think this map is... well, let's explore the rest of this map real fast. And whenever we find some stairs down, we're going to take them, essentially. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go south. Or wherever. Let's just keep going. You know, and from the stuff that you can fight down here, you usually get a decent bit of experience as well. So, you can kind of use that to get a few levels. I don't know. At some point I got into the habit of doing this in my runs. Oops, I should have prepared a meal and not just whipped up a meal. Nah, it's fine. Oops, there's a thirst thistle over there. Costs us a little bit of water, but we have enough. Zap. Okay. Freezing Hands is kind of getting there in terms of the the damage that we do with it, and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, we have the higher tier snapjaws now. That's good. Let's fight these folks. There's something flying at us. Oh, it's a spear from the spear fiend, and webs. These net throwers. Just try to pin us down. Let's go over here a bit. Don't need to rush this. But you know, like for example these groups of higher tier snapjaws, it's always kind of good to fight them this early in the game. They're pretty manageable, usually. Still have to be careful, obviously, but tend to be pretty manageable. And, you know, that's a good bit of experience. Oh. Cures our illness. Yeah, indeed. Oh, the regeneration is cool. There's a carbide hammer here that we're gonna take. We're not going to use it. Ooh, some elastine slippers and an obsidian crease. Yeah, see? Like, that stuff is useful. You kind of start finding some cooler stuff once you fight these folks. Yeah, the blue ones can be kind of troublesome, but that's a structural scanning bracelet. That's pretty cool. That will give us, yeah. I know we can equip that for the time being, why not? We'll probably drain the cell a little, but whatever. It came with the cell, so... Zap you. And another weird artifact. Ape fur gloves. Are they... They give us some more cold resistance. We take them. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. If the apes don't like us, it's fine. If we run across an ogre ape, then we're in trouble. But, you know, gotta take some risks. Okay, obsidian crease, carbide hammer, indeed. So maybe we can actually upgrade to at least carbide tier, that would be nice. That's a prayer rod. No, not gonna use that one. We're gonna keep it for now. We're gonna keep it for now. Did we level up? No. Okay, there's some electric stuff here. Let's not step on that. That can be a bit of an issue. Ooh. Oh dear. And I stepped on it. Alright. Now there's a lot of centipedes. There's probably a nest. There is probably a nest. Let's just find that nest. Yeah, that looks like a nest to me. Well, that's a good bit of stuff. Freezing ray, we still cannot do that. Carapace then not as well. Indeed, we're going to get regeneration. Kind of want to get regeneration to 5. Some more thirsty stuff down here. That's kind of cutting down on the water that we have. It's fine. We have enough stuff to sell. So if we run low on water, we're gonna just zip back to Joppa for a bit. Oh yeah. 83 left. Yeah, that really costs you some water, huh? Ooh. Wow. That's a lot of centipedes. Okay. Again, a lot of centipedes, but I haven't found the nest yet. Maybe it could also be just a group spawn, you know, but usually group spawns of centipedes are around a nest somewhere. What's that? Small trinket. Small trinket? What's the small trinket? It's a fidget cell. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'll take that. Can strap that to your arm and recharge it. Come on, destroy that. Thank you. Okay, nothing new. Nothing new in there. Alright, okay. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Okay, there's a corpse there. What are you? Painted opal pommeled steel battle axe. Mm-hmm. +1 to hit. Yeah, that's the opal pommeled. We're gonna equip that then. It's better than the other one that we have, so why not? Was not a great corpse, but it's something, and every little bit is good. All right. All these giant amoebas. I've not yet found stairs down, huh? Hey, buddy. Take the small trinket. That's a chem cell, and that is a combustion cell. Yes, indeed. Okay. That's good. See, that's why, like, don't worry about chem cells, essentially. If you have a chem cell and you need to give one to Archive, for example, you can just do that. You will find enough chem cells. That's never really a problem. And now at some point you find these mercurials, for example, and they will just, they will always drop chem cells, for example. It's just... Also, I did get disassembled, didn't I? Ooh, there's a gelatinous wedge. Let's do some freezing here before we hack that thing. There we go. That worked. What is this? Giant centipede corpse that ran into a young ivory. That's always fun when that happens. Okay. Definitely need to be careful about stuff like saw-handers and similar things roaming around. Wow, that's a lot of spiders. Now we're gonna wait here for a bit. Ah. Sadly they moved, but still. 4 spiders is 100 XP for now, so that's some easy experience. Also now harvest the dread roots, which is nice. We already have a lot of dreadroot tubers, so at this point it's not that. Oh, also we apparently picked up a water skin. Because we have 189 drams of water now, which is cool. So we're going to preserve our fresh foods, we're going to choose ingredients, we're going to do bear jerky, and we're going to do... We really don't have anything interesting beyond meat, so we're just going to cook with that. Yeah, let's take this one. Moist meat hash. Ugh. That does not sound good. Mutant mucuses moist meat hash. If you went to a restaurant and you saw that name. Oh, an agate gemstone. Agate? Agate? Never know how to pronounce that in English. Mutant mucuses moist meat hash. Would you get that? I'm not sure. Like, apart from the fact that... I don't know. Oopsie daisy, what's happening? Oh, that was a stasis miner. Okay. Wow, things are happening here. The Mail of the Gentle Light Bulb? Wow, that's an artifact. It smells pretty good. What does that do? Nothing, it just has a cool name. Since it's just bark armor, it really doesn't really... You know, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to pick that up. Probably not gonna net us much. You had a weird artifact though. Oh, we have a lot of weird artifacts. Oh, that's grenades. Hand-E nuke. Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, that's a thing. And we have a spray bottle. We have a normal spray bottle. Oh, that's good. A spray bottle is one of the things you definitely want to get. Because if you ever get a mushroom thing and you want to get rid of it, what you definitely will need is a spray bottle. No matter what Corpus Coleus says, the spray bottle you will always need. So, yeah. And it can be surprisingly hard to come by a spray bottle in this game. Okay, what are you? Scribe. It has like folks here. Hindran, right? Yeah. Hindran pariahs. Her spectacles are fogged and her hands are stained with ink. Do you have? You have some stuff, but nothing I would want. I can murder you and just pick up the books. Am I going to be an asshole? Yes, I am. Here we go. Aphorisms about birds. Yeah. We're gonna get the books. Sorry, buddy, but sometimes it'd be like that. Okay. I just murdered someone for their books. That's something. Ooh, there's a turret. There's a bunch of turrets. That will get us a lot of ammo, which is nice. Do a little bit of zapping. Oh, it's not as many... apparently they tuned that down a little. The amount of ammo that you get from turrets. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I think rifle turrets used to be like 200 or something. And now it isn't. That's okay. You know, we were kind of overflowing with ammo anyways. I feel like they should maybe actually think about getting rid of the ammo thing. I don't know if that adds too much. Like, if that adds anything interesting to it. Like, you could do stuff with, like, more different kinds of ammo, maybe. But then just maybe just make that, like, an endless ammo belt or something like that. And I think that would be... That would be a... That would be a... I don't know. I don't think that would remove anything from the game. While still, you know, allowing for some fun systemic stuff, maybe. Because with this is just... This is another one of these things where a system is just kind of a maintenance system. It doesn't really add much. But once you get past sort of the initial part where you need ammo, it's just kind of a... also don't really need to think about it anymore. I don't know. Oops, there is a aggle maggot. Let's hack that thing. Let's get away from the corrosive gas. Hey, we can go further down, even. So we're probably gonna do that. Oh. More folks here. Okay, that's the aggle maggot. Still throwing spears at me. Please stop. Okay. Fork-horned helm. What did that do again? Antelopes and goat folks. Okay. What do we have with a Nobab skull, right? Yeah. I think that makes more sense. To keep that. And the poison goes away quickly. That's nice. So you fight against the slug snout. That was a bad idea, friend. Do we have butchery yet, by the way? Yeah, we do. I think we started with butchery. We're level 12. Awesome. Okay. Now we actually have the 18 willpower. Let's see if that actually changed something. We can get freeze ray to 7 now. That's good. Do you have anything? No, but we can butcher. That's good. And we can maybe get some stuff. So we're gonna get Spicer. To just get that stuff going. Should probably save up for Berserk, huh? And we'll take a bit, but should maybe save up for Berserk. Probably save up for Berserk. We get disassemble. Nah, that's not a pressing concern, isn't it? You know what? Let's save up the points for now. It's going to take a bit until we can actually get Berserk, but alright. Decapitation! Nice. Yeah, that's the head. It's a gaslight crease. Sure, let's pick it up. Carbide hammer we don't really need. Another weird artifact. Let's see. Oh, that's an HE missile. Okay. The structural scanning bracelet. Oh, it's just another one. Yeah, but we've drained the cell here, and it really does not make much sense to carry that right now. Okay. Look, we're not really getting any use of it, and you know, I don't need to know how much health exactly, like one of these minor robots has, for example. It's just not pertinent information, I guess. Another weird artifact. What do we have here? A booster gun. Pistol. Ah, yeah, right. Small crossbow with a wide barrel to hold darts, so you can shoot injectors with that, which can be fun. Let's kill the Arconaut. How much water do we have? Yeah, we have enough water. Steel dagger. Borderlands revolver. We're going to equip that. We don't have any missile weapon yet, and it is probably good to have one. Okay, do we have anything on our back here? We do have the worn Banus. We have nothing on her face, though. Maybe if we dismember a face at some point. I think that has not happened yet. But, yeah. I picked up the corpse. Where is it? Yeah. Glowfish corpse. No need to eat that. It's fine. Alright. Oh, that was another aggle maggot. Zap you. Good. Need to keep in mind I need to take the stairs down once we're done here. You know what? Can take the stairs down right now. Subterranean caves, 6 strata deep. How much does this do at this point? HD 3+1. Oh, that's pretty neat. Let's get out of the corrosive gas. Alright. Ah, there's a nest. Just destroy it. Apparently did not produce any real centipedes or anything. Okay, there's a turret tinker. What kind of turrets are you tinkering? Rifle turret tinker. Okay, that's fine. Let's equip the other Borderlands revolver. And the rest we don't really need. No. Anything shooting at us here? No. Duck behind the wall. Destroy them. Yeah, just 16. They kind of tuned that down a little. It's fine. Just doesn't mean that you know, usually once you find sort of a group of turrets, then you never need to worry about Ogre Ape Heart. Ogre Ape Pelt. Yeah, sure. Do we have the pelts now? Did we pick them up? Yeah, we did. That's pretty heavy. Blood and Fear on the life cycle of La. Sure, let's take that as well. We might... Oh, a Filthy Toga. That looks fantastic. Probably gonna drop the Ogre Ape pelts at some point. Or at least a few of them. No need to lug that around. Oh, we decapitated an Aggle Maggot. That's fun. There's the Tinkerer. How about you stop tinkering? Thank you. Let's also explore the rest of this map. Okay, there's another trash monk. You know what? I'm gonna leave you be. Leave you in peace. And not in pieces. If you catch my drift. Okay. Oh, oh shit. No, yeah, I pushed over my glass of water. That's fantastic. I need to deal with that real fast. See you in a moment. Yeah, that was just a brilliant move. Luckily, no electronics were affected. Just put it over the desk and the floor. Awesome. That's how you do it. Okay. I'm back. Let's keep exploring the underground. Alright, how deep are we? 6 strata. Okay. Something's digging. It's probably a drill bot. Oh no, it's one of these worm things. Let's destroy it. Okay. before it just fills the map with trash. It's always kind of a hassle when that happens. Oh yeah. Okay, the bonus of +1 reduced the cooldown by 2 turns. Okay. So yeah, it kind of takes a bit until you can yeah. Like you would need a lot of willpower to significantly bring that down. But you know, that's kind of nice. 18 is better than 20. So yeah. Preserve your fresh foods. We have a lot of foods. And we're gonna cook this again. Alright. And there's nowhere else to explore from here. Okay. I mean, sure. Then let's go here. Nowhere else to explore. Wow, that is... Okay, let's take the other exits. Let's go north first. Here we go. That's something. Should probably at some point curtail our underground exploration because, you know... Gonna do it a little bit longer, but at some point we need to probably make a cut. Okay. Ah, some bronze ingots. That's always pretty nice. They're worth 100. That's they're pretty heavy, but again, they're worth 100. You know, if you have them, just make a stash somewhere. Got some luminous mushrooms. Oh, hello. What's that? Mehmet. Mehmet is down here. Are you kidding me? Okay. There's a clone of Mehmet frozen down here. That's... Okay, I don't know what kind of sick experiments folks are doing down here, but well, and now Mehmet is free. Because the trash monk is attacking Mehmet. That's fun. I like that. Yeah, hey Mehmet. Buddy. Live a drink, may you find shade of job in Joppa. Yeah? Buddy, you're not in Joppa. Okay, maybe I should not have... Oh, yeah. Are you coming after me now? That I've attacked the Archanaut? No. Okay. You don't care, huh? Yeah, you don't care. Alright. Yeah, that's random. Just a Mehmet clone. I mean... I wonder if you... Like, probably if you... If we didn't do the Red Rock quest... Well, if we didn't get the Red Rock quest... The Red Rock quest from him up in Joppa, we will probably be able to get the quest from the clone down here. You know, he's just hanging out here and doesn't know that he's not the real one. Oh dear. Or is he? Maybe he is the real one. Maybe the one in Joppa is an imposter. Oh dear. Who knows? Maybe if I come back to Joppa, everybody's just murdered, you know, in their sleep. Oh, there's stairs down. Good. We're going to take those. Another weird artifact. Good. That's a grenade. Time dilation grenade. Ooh, fun stuff. Let's go down. Well, let's not go down just yet, because there's maybe some stuff here. Like this ingot. Let's get that. What's this? Solar cell. Take the solar cell. Okay. And now let's go down. Okay. Let me see. Uh-huh. Weird artifact. Magnetized boots. Yeah, magnetized boots are fun. Probably not gonna use them though. Do we still have the crocossins? Yeah, we do. And there's a shaft. We might just drop down the shaft, honestly. Score because. That's a good book title. Hyper advanced machines built by the pilgrim monk. Unabridged. Wow. That. Undued and clear while the distance. Oh yeah, this all just sounds like I'm carrying too much to move. Okay, now we're actually up there. Let's see. Do I have crap that I absolutely, positively do not need? I have 20 in food. Oh, the bear meat. Okay. So how about we do this? And first of all, we preserve. I'm not hungry yet, so we don't need to make any food. Just need to preserve our ingredients. Get. Level 13. Good. Mutation point. Freezing ray, we cannot do that just yet. I think I might just get regeneration to 5 now. So, yeah. 2% chance to remove a physical debuff at random each round. So it's not a minor physical debuff anymore, it's a proper physical debuff. So that apparently, as Crassitator has said, includes stuff like Glotrod and more severe illnesses. So that's pretty awesome if you can get rid of this stuff in that easy a way. Also, how far are we? I have 26. You know what, we might actually... I'm gonna get disassemble so that we can just get rid of a few things. For example, like this. You know what, I'm not gonna keep the structural things. Okay. Examine, metal folding chair, disassemble. What else can we disassemble? Let's just get rid of some stuff here. Handy nuke. Oh, handy nuke gives you yeah, the handy nuke is kind of a thing, isn't it? It's a tier 8 tinkering thing. So I don't think we have a toolkit, right? Yeah, we don't have a toolkit. We should probably get a toolkit at some point. But that's the highest tier of tinkering bits that we can get from that. Yeah, and all the scrap. Why does it sometimes close down the entire thing? That's weird. Cracked lens, disassemble all. Disassemble all. Okay. Good. This text for posterity. Probably some profound stuff. Today we shove off. Okay. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Okay, there's a corpse there that looks like a corpse. With just an iron mace. Okay, nah. Like usually you really can find the best stuff on these corpses, but disease-bearing and death-bearing. Yeah, that sounds unpleasant. He's approached with care. Alright. Want to explore the rest? I'm probably gonna run down the shaft. No. Because why not? No reason not to. Since we're gonna recoil out of here anyways, like, yeah, I would not know how to find my way back anyways, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll take a puff from the hookah. Just a random hookah standing around. I already have a camp nearby. Where's that camp? Can we see it on the tiles? No. Oh, there's the camp. Okay. Let's do that. Cook from a recipe. Let's do this again. You eat the meal and get the HP. Alright, let's drop down. Grabbed by a mimic. Oh dear, that's not good. Freeze. It might be alright. We killed the mimic. We killed the mimic. Good. 625 experience. We didn't actually get hit all that much. Cool. Awesome. Asphalt? What is this? Tarry salt. Okay, there's asphalt and salt around here. Okay. A bear. Murder the bear. Butcher the bear. As you do. Something is shooting. That might be a thirst sizzle. Yeah, it is. The moisture is sucked out of my throat. That's just a very unpleasant sentence, isn't it? Like that's something you would like to hear. Or to happen to you. We're losing a lot of water here. That's fine. We have way too much water anyways. Okay, let's destroy them. Okay. Alright, I think we got rid of the thirst. The thirst friends. Okay. Fidget cell and combustion cell. Sure. Oops. Okay, there's a little thing here. We are 8 strata deep. I kind of would like to get to 10, but well, we're gonna see whether I'm gonna do it or not. I might not do it. What is shooting? Something is shooting. Oh, the trash monk. Oh, and we decapitated the normal. What is this? Oh, it's a droid scrambler. Just a random droid scrambler. I think it just got unearthed by the Arconaut. Now we have an engraved weird artifact, and that's a nano-pneumatic jackhammer. That's fun. We're gonna replace the cell and disassemble it. And we're gonna drop the nano-pneumatic jackhammer. I don't have any use for it. You folks are gonna have fun scrapping it out, why don't you? I'm just gonna be on my merry way. Alright. Good. Ooh, is that putrescence? No, tarry slime, okay. Stunned for the turn? Giant amoeba stunned me. Didn't even know that they could do that. I think maybe their attacks count as cudgel attacks, and that's why they stun you. Probably, right? Anyway, we can, oh, that's where we came from. Let's go north. No need to linger around. Also, those slimy areas are not very fun anyways. Oh, stairs down. Yeah, we're gonna take them immediately. Still in a Atari area. Definitely need some better access though. Still at steel, right? Yeah, we're still at steel. I mean, steel is fine for now. Can deal with most of the things that we're coming across. But I would like some better access. Okay, and there's another destroyed sort of... What do you call it? Freeze chamber? I don't know. As long as sort of the dervish person is not in there, I'm okay. You know? If it's just Mehmet, that's fine. Oops, that's a fungus area. Let's not head into the fungus area. How about that? Not interested in dealing with that right now. What is this? Something is teleport. Okay, I think that was just Centipede probably stepped on a yonder bush or something. Yonder brush. I think it's yonder brush. I always say yonder bush, but I think it's brush. Oh no, it's not a yonder bush, it's a voider. Okay, let's do this again. Coming after me, huh? It makes a lot of sense to fight them right now, because that's a good chunk of experience. Where is the other one? Oh. I thought maybe it was spent, but it wasn't. Oh, there's a gelatinous frustum. Yep. Oh shit, that might actually be a problem. That might actually be a problem. That is actually likely to be a problem. Fuck. Fuck. Ah, we've killed it. Okay, good. We might have needed to inject, but I was getting ready for that. However, it worked out. A gelatinous frustum had, like, I think an over level 30 run at some point has ended at the hands or the jello of a gelatinous frustum. That was just extremely unlucky, but these things can actually be a lot of trouble, so... Yeah, be careful around jello. That's my life lesson for you folks. Okay, we can actually get down to 10, so I'm just going to do it. Alright. Oh shit. Now we're just in the midst of nothing. Okay, wait. I do have a pickaxe, so... We're just gonna use the pickaxe. Tools, pickaxe. Here we go. Yeah. Gotta go a bit quicker. Okay, here we go. And let's remove that and use our slime stain painted opal pommard battle axe again. There we go. That's a mouthful. Yeah, having a pickaxe is not bad. Can be useful in situations such as this one. Cave spider to the north and stop gathering. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Thank you for the harvest tree. Okay. Hey, there's a cave spider 20 miles away. I cannot harvest this, possibly. Nest. Fun with nests. Still got 62 pop, so you know, we could still use the nest to farm a little bit, but usually there's no real need to power game in this game, like in that kind of way. It's just not worth it. You can also just keep continuing and you will get the experience in other ways. That's just an infinite amount of experience, of potential experience in this game, so... Yes, you can just stand here and just let it keep spawn things and farm, but we're gonna get to the level where the diminishing returns set in anyways, and it's fine. It's just fine. Okay. Alright. Should we keep going north? I think we should keep going north. Stop making me thirsty, please. Okay. All right. Slumbering. Okay. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? I think I'm gonna do it. And the slumbering is dead. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that went... Oh, we... the dismember was a decapitation. That was good. Nice one. Okay. Mutation point. We have regeneration on 5. I'm going to refocus on the carapace now. Okay. Carbide battle axe, here we go, finally. And some bear meat, that's nice. Carbide battle axe, good, that's what I want. Okay. And we're gonna put that into our offhand. And everything is dandy. Cool. That was essentially what I was looking for. Just to upgrade our weaponry. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, auto-explore and step on the mine, why don't you? Brilliant. Good work. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Assault upper mandible. A silver nugget, yes. Delicious. Snapjaw corpse. We defo do not need a snapjaw corpse. Weird artifact. Folded carbide dagger. I'm going to pick up a folded carbide dagger. I'm going to take apart the mirror shades. So that's fun. I want to know what this weird artifact is. Airfoil, an airfoil poison tipped spear. Okay, we're almost at capacity now. So I think we're going to call it on our first underground exploration, but not on the stream. Sorry, that might have sounded like I was about to end it because, you know, I'm going to keep going a little bit longer. We're gonna go back to Joppa. I am transported. Good. Alright. And you? Do you have anything cool? No, you don't. You have a silver nugget, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to exchange a bunch of the copper nuggets that we have for the silver nugget. Because that's just prudent. Okay. Let's go here and we're gonna drop some stuff. Yes. Ogre ape hearts. Don't actually have that much stuff to drop. Wait, we did pick up some more tubers and stuff. So first of all, let's get rid of that. Food. Dreadroot tuber. Indeed, 7 more. Oh, we have a voider gland. Okay. How much is the ogre ape pelt? Oh yeah, these are worth a lot. So I'm probably not going to sell them right now because we can't actually buy anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to get like a grid gate recoiler at some point. Once we get to grid gate. So it actually makes sense to drop this stuff right now. And we might just recoil around. Oops, I equipped that. That was stupid. We're going to drop the bronze ingots. We're going to drop the ogre ape pelts. Yep. We're going to keep the rest if we find like a caravan or something like that. We're going to drop the carbide hammers. You know, we can actually drop all the crap that we have. Prayer rod, sure. I'm going to keep the... Gonna keep around at least a few of the steel battle axes because you never know what will happen. Gonna keep the daggers around. That is good. Yeah, the cells. Yeah, we're gonna keep the cells. Might drop a few of these books as well. Also, no real need to lug that around. And once we get to, well, let's drop these and just keep the named books. Once we get back to grid gate, we're gonna collect some of that stuff, and yeah. All right, cool. So we have 2 historic sites to find. Where's the other one? Oh, the other one is way north. It's up here, and the other one's down there. We might just go there, actually. Yeah, I'm really not super well equipped, am I not? Except for the carapace, that's pretty neat. Yeah. A lair, yeah, let's investigate. What kind of lair is this? Lair of the legendary Snapjaw Scavenger. You know what, why not? Might just murder folks. Maybe we find something interesting here. We might actually be able to kill a bunch of Snapjaw bosses, yeah? If they are here. And get a little bit of stuff. Get a little bit of reputation. Which is a good thing to have. So, we're just going to explore this lair real fast before we go to the historic site. Yeah, you're not gonna drop anything cool. What are you? You're a mushroom gatherer. You know what? I'm going to murder you. Plump mushrooms. Because I want these mushrooms to cook with them. Yeah, that's why we murder the guy. Oh, the wood sprogs are actually attacking us. Are you a mysterious gunslinger? No, a hatter. You know what? A little bit of fighting here. Apple farmer. Hatter dies. Okay, I have a lot of hats here. There's an electric snail shell. That gives us -1 to hit, right? Yeah, it does. Crimson hood. That's stylish, but not useful. Utility knife, copper nugget. Some cider. Oh yeah, the water farmer. The apple farmer also died here. You know what? We're going to get a little bit of that cider. You know, might as well get the star apples. I think I'm not going to use the shell, actually. Oh, there's a lot of crap here. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Human corpses all around. What are you? Shoemaker. Some fresh water, steel boots, chain boots. We do want, no, it actually doesn't matter. They do the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to equip some chain boots. Okay. Oh, caravan. No, not a caravan. It's just a normal dromad, huh? It's going to attack you. Let's see what you have. Oh, then just a dromad corpse. You had nothing. Just murdered you for nothing. That's how we do it. Okay, where is the corpse? There we go. 100. Copper nugget and some water skins. Let's get one of these water skins. And keep going. Okay. For the rest of the lair. Okay, there's someone. Who are you? Gem cutter. Ooh, buddy. I hate to tell you, but you're gonna die. Beekeeper. Yeah, there's all these artisans down here. That's actually pretty cool. Because that's gonna get us some stuff that we want. Like this honey, for example. That's a lot more honey, but we don't need that much. And now, yes, we picked up a ton of gems and stuff. Ooh, that's an electro bow, that's nice. Let me see, let me just take a look. Plus a neck ring, beaded bracelets, gemstone, figurines. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I kinda want that. Kinda want that stuff. Alright. Worship of Oboroku. I usually have nothing against you folks, but you know, I'm on a mission to murder everything down here, so that's some bad luck on your part. Okay, there's the boss. How are you? Disliked by vines and the villagers of Kyakukia. Yeah, you know, nothing super great, but also not bad. Picked up the snapshot corpse. Need to actually look at what is there before I pick it up. Bones, what are you? Mushroom gatherer, yeah. Nah, take the human corpse. I'm constantly picking up corpses, Jesus Christ. Okay. What do we have here? Nothing. Nothing at all. That's okay. Let's quickly explore the rest. More snapshots and more farmers. Another combustion cell. We have quite a lot of combustion cells. Good thing is we can use that oil to do the oil ritual. What do you have? What were you even? I don't know. I'm gonna take that goat jerky though. Elder Trash Monk. Did not know that that was a thing. That was a Naftali. Okay. More mushroom gatherers? Yes, indeed. Take the mushrooms. I already have a camp nearby. Don't know where that camp is. Whatever, we're gonna find it. Or we can make a new one here. Yes, and now we have 150 servings of pickled mushrooms. We are inspired, so I'm gonna choose ingredients. We're gonna do bear jerky, we're gonna do pickled mushrooms, and we're gonna do star apple jam. And we're gonna cook, and hopefully we're gonna get a good one out of this. How much bear jerky do we have? Let's take a look. What jerky do we have the most of? We have 41 bear. Okay, bear jerky is actually the one. Good, alright. Cook from a recipe. Now, choose ingredients. Bear jerky, pickled mushrooms, and star apple jam. Alright, let's cook. Eat the meal. Eat your skin, you heal to full. This is the one. This is the one that I want. We're gonna use that for fungus explorations. At some point we are gonna have to do it, so to have a good recipe against that is pretty good. Yeah, it's something that you want. But nothing in that. I think we're done here. Yeah, we're done here. Good. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm lost. Are you kidding me? Come on. Regain your bearings. Good. Okay. The shallows. We're lost again immediately. Regained your bearings and we're in a mushroom area. There are hostiles nearby. Okay, let's not get any itch. I mean, we do have the food stuff, but yeah. Historic site of Kavar. Here we are. As you like. Comes through in waves. It's. Oh, that's a very interesting. Some stuff here. Salt. Do we need salt? We don't need salt. Oh, and we have Scorpiox. Oh yeah. Yeah, their poison can be kind of troublesome. Painted bowskin gloves, cool. I like that it actually automatically looks at stuff like that now. And we've kind of outleveled the Scorpiox as well, yeah. So we don't really need to worry too much about that. But yeah, they still do some pretty nasty damage if we're not careful. Also, we have a bunch of... No, I saved up the skill points for Berserk. Alright. Well, there's a lot of Scorpiox around here. It just seems to be one of the denizens of this historic site. Need to kind of be careful not to get murderized too much. Here we go. Alright. Perfect again. Let's keep going. Oh, there's some thirst thistles. Zap. Ooh, health has dropped below 40%. Yeah, I need to be careful about the Scorpiox. We need to take this slow and not do any rash moves, because that would be an unfortunate end for a run if that happened. Oh no, and you guys are flying, aren't you? Yeah. Shoot you out of the sky. Road the winding canyons. Wine that pierces. Wait a few more turns. Here we go. Let's try that one. Let's wait until we can. Let's try that one. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, that's 10 pounds. Pentaceps. That's fun, but can't use it. And if it's 10 pounds, we're not gonna pick it up. Okay. Let's just auto-explore the rest. Royal Guard of Void Canters is chosen and combined in well-defined. Fastened to several, the wounds of the ether. Wow, there's some literature here. Ooh. I'm in Scorpiok Town already here. Zap. That's both of them. Yeah, that's kind of... They do a lot of damage. And they don't get you much. Scorpioks are trouble. There's going to probably be a lot more of them here. Okay, we have holographic shale down here. Oof. Oof. Oh, that makes this kind of a trip. Oh. What's this? Plus 400. Wow. That's already the thing? That's pretty early. Where do you put that? Surroundings. Okay. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's floating nearby. It gives us 1 dodge value and plus 400 reputation with battles. Cool. That's pretty cool. Maybe not in usefulness terms, but just in terms of it being a cool thing. Oh god, I'm confused. Okay, what confused me though? What kind of mine is this? No. This is a confusing floor. Maybe that's why I'm confused. Just makes sense. But still. Because the walls are not real, but they have doors. And it's just, yeah. The doors are real, but the walls are not. Oh, Scorpiok. Here we go. Just gonna do a big old zapping. Yeah. Just into the darkness. Because I was pretty likely to hit that guy. Okay, hand upon the kinds of matter elsewhere. Have developed a means to devour all. Oh, that's ooh. You find a book with that title, you know that someone was up to some shit. Inspired again, cool. Folks, I need to actually get going now. That was a lot of fun. That was a ton of fun. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. And for everything. Thank you, Ganidan, for the subscription. Again, that was extremely generous and awesome. I love it. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm kind of back in the saddle with Caves of Qud. That's cool. So you're gonna see some more of that, and I'm probably also gonna play some other games as well on stream. Get a little bit more variety going. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, done for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. And see you again next time.